Well, good morning from Toledo Bend. As you can probably see around me, I'm in the back of housing, and it is muddy. I come across housing on the road back up there several miles above the lake, and it was out of its banks and flowing. So a lot of rain in East Texas the last few days. This is a Friday. I actually got the chance to come down. I had to come down to get my boat because I keep the boat down here. And I got some stuff in North Texas coming up. Decided to pop over to Toledo and see if I can get on enough fish to warrant fishing the BFL tomorrow, just for fun. And right now, I'm gonna say the answer to that is negative, but I've still got some time. It's 10:45. Water temperature is 49.4 right here, so it's really chilly. It's about 50 out in the mouth. There is some really pretty grass. I'll show you right here. Sorry about the glare, guys, but you can see really pretty grass. Starts breaking off here about 11 or 12 feet, but several places it was deeper than that. So I was just really excited to see this quality of grass coming back in Toledo Bend. So that's, that's beautiful. The lake's come up a little bit in the last few days, so it's pretty deep. I rolled a 3/4 ounce trap around out there. I cranked it, threw an A-rig over it, and I never got bit. And I don't have enough time to really, one day of practice on a lake you hadn't been on in over 2 years, it's going to be hard to catch them. But, I enjoy Toledo Bend. It's always been one of my favorite lakes. So I want to come over and check it out. By the way, they have updated the Indian Mounds launch. Let me show you that right here. This is pretty cool. Well, good morning from the Indian Mounds recreation area here on beautiful Toledo Bend. I got to tell you, since the last time I'm here, they've come in and built a brand new restroom, which is really nice. And although it says it's closed, I'm going to use it because I parked down here. I didn't see the sign. They built a little walkway down here. This is really nice. So we're going to go poke around on Toledo Bend and see whether it's worth fishing the BFL tomorrow, or water seems to be really, really cold, I'm sure. We'll get a look here in just a second. Ooh, the wind's blowing. Let's go check it out. So that's really nice. They've updated that a bunch. But anyway, I'm going to get back out to the mouth. I'm going to get away from this dirty water. And I think I'm going to get out a little bit deep and do a little dragging, see if I can find something dragging. I think it's the water warm during the day. They might get back up on top of that grass, but for right now, they don't seem to be up there at all. So we'll check it out. We'll keep banging away and see what we come up with. All right, here's where I'm at. So it's 3 o'clock. Spent all day, had 2 bites. So I should be saying, man, I'm not coming back tomorrow. And I told Dickie on the water a minute ago, I said, the problem with that is you can't win if you don't fish. But the flip side of that is you can't bomb if you don't fish either. Is that right? Anyway, you can't prove how bad you are if you don't tournament fish. So I had 2 bites up on top of the grass, kind of almost behind the grass on the chatterbait. One just knocked slack in my line, and the other one I actually saws a 1.5 to 2 pound fish, so nothing to get excited about. But here's what's got me hung up on this deal. Number one, I like to tournament fish. I like to compete. But the grass edge is from about 3 or 4 feet deep because the water's come up a little bit. So there's an inside edge. There's a lot of that blady green grass up real shallow that, that grew up in the bank, on the bank. That'll snag any kind of bait you throw up there. And then on the outside, at least down here, I spent all day in housing. Oh man, I hope I didn't just hit that. Golly. Woo. Little poured concrete there, I nearly run over. On the outside, it's probably tapers off in 14 to 16 feet of water. So there's some gorgeous deep grass. Now it's not walled off, but it's tapered off, which I really spent my day today trying to get bit out there, reeling an A-rig, crankbait, and a big trout, a big rattlebait on the edge of that stuff. I'll finish this here in a minute when I get back. So as I was saying, so the deep edge is out there 14 to 16 feet deep. And you know, I really tried to catch fish over the top of that deep edge. I didn't spend a lot of time fishing on bottom out there. And I talked to a bunch of guys today. Nobody's catching them. Those guys right there fishing a bass club. He said that they think the most they had in a boat today in Louisiana Bass Club too was 3 fish. So 2 guys that I talked to are catching them. One of them is catching them up super shallow. On that inside grass line, but he said he could catch 10 or 12 pounds, which, I mean, hey, catch 10 or 12 pounds as bad as it was, maybe you get a check, but Toledo's Toledo. People are going to catch them, especially with the invent of the live scope fishermen. And the wind's not going to blow tomorrow. And it did blow quite a bit today. And then secondly, I got a buddy who's catching some fish out deep. He's not getting a lot of bites, but he caught a 6 and a 4. He had a 6-pounder today. He said simply would not turn it loose. So I got some deep stuff that I could fish. It's just according to whether it's worth risking $220 entry fee and $100 worth of, or probably more than that, worth of truck and boat gas to come over here and fish. I got an hour and about 25 minutes to make up my mind for BFL or if Major League Fishing closes. I really want to fish, but I also really don't want to suck. And I don't want to come over here and have a day like I had today. I mean, I enjoy being on the water and it's beautiful and I saw eagles and I saw loons, but I like to catch fish. So this is going to be a hard one for me. Like I said, I got a little bit of time to make up my mind. Today, but not just today, in general, I would have loved to go down and look at some stuff in 6 Mile. We got a spot down there that, truthfully, if I really got in a bind, I could probably run down there and catch 3 or 4 keepers off of a deep spot. I'd love to go on up to 1215 and see if there's grass up there, because that's the first place they want to come up most of the time here. I mean, the water's almost high enough for these fish to be in the bushes. And the water temp warmed up a bunch today, so it got up in 54, 55 degrees today in protected water. And I've also would have loved to gone up and look at the kind of the North Texas side, like Martinez, and up through there at some stuff. I got so many places on this lake I've caught fish over the years that, you know, just having one day of practice here, especially one day with the wind blowing, you just can't get to. So I guess I tell y'all all that to tell you this. It is nice to know that I don't have to fish it if I don't want to, and I can if I want to. And if Thirsty's video is on Rayburn, you'll know what my decision was, because Tuesday's video will be this video. So Toledo looks beautiful. I mean, the grass looks beautiful. It's muddy in the back of housing, but out towards the front, it's pretty and clear. And there's not grass out on the housing flats. So what I call the housing flats is between here, which is Indian Mounds, and housing, that big flat out there. I didn't see any grass out there, but there's plenty of grass back in housing. Both milfoil and a lot of hydrilla too. And I saw some floating Salvania and I saw some hyacinth. There's a little bit of everything in there. So we'll see what we decide to do. You guys should vote down below, fish or don't fish, suck or don't suck. Take your chances, Ken. We'll just figure it out. We're gonna go do something, and we'll fish somewhere tomorrow, whether it's here or Rayburn or Nacogdoches or Nacogdoches, or I'd either be here or Rayburn. So let's put it on trail. And that boat really trailing well. I put this in the video the other day, but I just put a streamer at the bottom. I'm going to put another link to one of my favorite young artists, a guy named William Clark Green, who I guess is not that young anymore. I saw him for the first time at Love and Warren, Texas on a Sunday, which used to be singer-songwriter night, where you just get up and play with the guitar. And he was good. And I actually walked up and introduced myself to him. And he has a lot of good music. He grew up right there around Tyler, Texas. I think he went to school at Tech, if I remember right. That may not be right. But check out his song, Rose Queen. That's a great song. I'll put a link to Rose Queen right there. But right here at the end, in my closing, there'll be a link to one of my videos. And also a link. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Ringling Brothers Circus used to, I think, have a practice or a training facility somewhere right there around Tyler. So Rose Queen is about a girl who was trying to be the Rose Queen. Texas Rose Queen is a big beauty pageant there. And Ringling Road is about, well, it's a great video, but it's about Ringling Brothers Circus, sort of, or a circus. And it's a song. I just love this song. So check it out, guys, right here. William Clark Green with Ringling Road in the link.